Hi, this is Michael with Earned Wisdom, What Time Taught Me. And the topic today is about family matters, and this is part 2. As you can see, we are in a airlines terminal. Charmaine and myself, my wife and I, just landed in Incheon, Seoul, South Korea, and we have a layover here before we go to the Philippines tonight. So before I get into the topic, I just want to show you how beautiful this airline terminal is, and if anybody can tell me, which I doubt there is, but if there's any nice terminals in the United States that look as beautiful as this one. So take a look at this. So you can see live trees, pine trees. And then you can see, look at right here, look at all these pine trees and this beautiful, look how beautiful the terminal buildings. Look at that. I doubt anywhere in the United States looks that beautiful. And I won't get into too much of it, but when our government's spending money on billions and even trillions of dollars on foolish wars and stupid wars that we have no reason to be involved with, and our tax money's being wasted on many foolish things and fraud, of course, we can't have these kind of beautiful things like you see in other countries. Like here in Korea, they're not sending their money to other countries. They're not getting themselves into other wars, needless wars, wasting their money like our government. But anyways, that's a separate topic. So this is part 2 of Family Matters. And kind of what I wanted to talk about was a little example on the flight today coming from Vegas to Incheon, Seoul, South Korea. We took a flight with all Asian people on the servicing the plane inside, and you can just tell the difference in how they treat people. So kind, very thoughtful, and let me get you a shot of in here. And just the type of service that you get and the way they treat their elders, you don't see that in the West. So kind of my topic relates to that. I know in the West we have a big problem where a lot of people do not respect their elders, and maybe there's some that don't deserve too much respect because of certain things that they've done and do. But I would say on the whole, most do deserve respect for having children, bringing them into the world, giving them a chance to have a life. And if you see how other countries, especially Asian countries, treat their elders and their parents, it's so much different than in the West. And that's kind of my point in what I want to talk about. And I think it's wrong how a lot of children disrespect their parents and cut them off. And I hate to say it, but I'm guilty of that. I had done that for a while, and luckily somebody had put a lot of pressure on me and opened my eyes, and I changed that, and I have a great relationship with this person now. And so I'm very thankful. And so kind of my video is I want to encourage people to reach out to those in your family that you may have a problem with, and be the bigger person and fix that issue. And sometimes you just have to let it go and don't worry about the small stuff, and even if it's a little bigger, and just kind of let it go, because the relationships that you can have, it's so important, and you'll be so much happier And so I'm here to encourage you and push you to reestablish those relationships and make them better. And some of the tips that I would give you is shut your mouth when it comes to certain things when you talk to them. Just sometimes you got to bite your lip, and you just got to be more respectful. And I think if that's the attitude that you have, that thinking that this is my elder, that I should be respectful to them because they are my elder, because they are my parent, that goes a long ways in how you'll end up treating them. So that, and I think those are the two big things. Just understand that they are your parents. They did give you a life, and they are your elder, and that they deserve respect even just because of that. And so again, I encourage you to reach out to them, be the bigger person, fix the problem, and have a good relationship. Work towards having a good relationship. And my wife is from the Philippines, and the cultural difference is so huge. They will stick together with family members, with parents, no matter what. And so in the West, that's a totally different philosophy. And unfortunately, so many families in the West are split up, and different family members are split up. And let's see if I can get my wife. Hold on, before she's going. There she is right there, walking away. But she didn't want to be in the video today. She didn't feel she's dressed up yet because we just had a 13-hour flight. So, but anyways, yeah. So the Asian culture, they, especially in like the Philippines, they just respect their family members and their parents, and it's a different outlook than us in the West. And honestly, I am ashamed for myself for what I had done and how I had treated a family member. And so I had fixed that, and I'm glad I did. And honestly, I would say most of you will be able to fix a relationship, and you'll be so much happier that you did. So that's pretty much all I have to say. So just, I'm going to be documenting we'll be going into Philippines tonight. We have a little layover here today. And then I'm going to be documenting our 6-month travel. We'll be in 4 or 5 different islands in a bunch of different cities and on beaches. I'll be documenting those places and also giving some lessons from my experiences and from what I've learned over time, and some things I was wrong in my thinking, and how I learned and grew, and how you can also. So please like, subscribe, and share with people. I appreciate it. And I'd like to hear your comments regarding family issues, and maybe some of the problems that you might be having in a you don't have to be specific, but general way, and maybe ways that we can improve and have better family relationships. And love to hear your comments. All right, take care, and I'll see you in our next adventures in Cebu, probably tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.